Alright, go check it out. It still look crazy. Does that work?
You're turning, but the screen is.
Oh god. Alright. Hey everybody. Welcome to Burns Reviews. We're in a vertical landscape. My apologies. I know this is not ideal. I don't know why it's doing that, but we're gonna start the live stream anyway, because I feel bad. If you guys got any questions, by all means, throw them into the chat. Okay. Special thanks to Cassie, who was nice enough to text in there. Alright, so I'm gonna lower that a little bit. A little much. Okay. So who do we got in the chat here? Alright, so we got cool movie ratings. Thanks for stopping by. You always usually do. Thanks for coming back. Yes, and today I am the Burns, the Sideways Man. For one day only. Today on the channel. So yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully everything else is cool. Dominican Scott, thanks for stopping by, as always. And Cassie's in the chat as well. So yeah, have you guys been watching any new movies? I've watched like 5. I watched Run, I watched New Mutants, I watched His House, which was amazing. Yeah, I've been watching nonstop. There should be a new, oh, I just got that out, okay. So yeah, what are you guys up to today? How's your Sunday going down? I do have another side-by-side video coming out. It should be out in a day or two. It's going to be a Halloween-themed one. The movie Halloween. And then also tomorrow, I am getting together with both, I think, definitely J-Mark. I'm still talking to Durant from Durant Cinema. Working on it. But I think the 3 of us are going to do a live watch-along. And it's going to either be the new terrible movie on Netflix called Hard Kill with Bruce Willis, which we're basically just going to troll the whole time and make fun of. And that way we won't mind talking over the movie and kind of just like bullshitting and hanging out together. Or we might go with Run on Hulu, because that was kind of a fun watch. But it's on Hulu. I don't know what people would want more. Would you guys want to watch Hard Kill, the bad straight-to-Netflix Bruce Willis action movie? Or would you rather watch like the over-the-top Run with Sarah Paulson and I don't know the name of it. She's a new actress. I found out yesterday. I was reading the trivia. Cassie's over there. I'm gonna try to get Cassie to come on screen. I know she doesn't want to, but maybe she can be like just outside of screen, because she says she doesn't feel very camera ready today, because it's like a lazy Sunday afternoon. She's like, I'm not doing it. But maybe I can convince her to come over in a bit.
Cool movie ratings found you through Dave Durant.
That makes sense.
Scott wants to know, what did you think about New Mutants? He really enjoyed it and seen it twice.
What did I think about New Mutants? I love how you're getting the feed faster than I am. No, I'm very delayed. So special thanks to Cassie over there, my girlfriend, who could correspond. This is amazing. You're like the Robin to my Howard. This is great. But way better. See, I'm old, kids. There used to be a guy named Howard Stern who was on the radio.
Yeah, don't get all Howard Stern.
So New Mutants. I actually enjoyed it way more than everyone crapped on it for, because I would not put it at the bottom. I would put Dark Phoenix at the bottom. I would put Apocalypse above that, and then probably Wolverine Origins above that, and then New Mutants. Cause like yeah, there's like 3 or 4 solid bad movies. I don't, with the exception of First Class, I don't like the prequel X-Men movies. They're not good. But yeah, and then I don't even know how to quantify all the Deadpool movies. Do you guys put the Deadpool movies in your rankings of X-Men movies? Do you guys actually consider Deadpool to be an X-Men movie? What about you, babe? Do you consider Deadpool to be an X-Men movie?
I didn't know Deadpool was X-Men. I thought you just trolled them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, DJ Slayer says, I found you through Duran Cinema too, man. You both are my all-time favorite movie collectors.
Well, thank you, man. Who is that?
DJ Slayer.
DJ
I don't know if
Slayer.
He has that accent, but he does now.
I don't know why it's not refreshing on my side. See, I thought I was gonna do like a really simple like live chat, the way I used to do back in the day. Like, no.
Drink your coffee.
And you know what's funny is that I just got like a new webcam. It's like the older model. It's the Logitech C920, what have you. It's the most popular one that everyone recommends, and they had a sale for it at Target for like $65. But like the lighting is not as good as the iPhone. Unfortunately, the iPhone is betraying me today because it's doing this like this vertical funness that we have right here. Okay, cool. I don't know. What else? Do we got anything else in the chat?
I don't know what he's talking about, but Cool Movie Ratings said at Best Buy their deals on movies is crazy. The cost was supposed to come out to about $210, but it came out to a little over $50.
Wow.
I don't know what he bought.
What did you buy?
But that's a hell of a steal.
What was his name?
Cool Movie Ratings.
Cool Movie Ratings. What did you get at FYE? FYE?
Best Buy.
Best Buy.
Excuse me. Also drinking coffee. Tony Scott said Day of Future Past and X-Men First Class are the best out of the Beginnings trilogy.
You need to come over here with the laptop.
And Scott said Deadpool, not necessarily first one, is overrated to me, and second one I like better.
What do we got?
That's all I got.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take over.
You're fine. I just didn't know.
Cassie, say hi.
I am Miss Sassy Bitch.
It's the most she'll do. Round of applause for Cassie, everybody. I don't blame her. She just does not feel like... I ambushed her with this whole video thing. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now I have Cassie's laptop since my iPad is betraying me. Oh, this is so much nicer. Okay. So... if I wasn't in a pinch, I wouldn't have bothered you. Alright, cool. So now I can see everybody's chat, and this is way better. Alright, so cool. So yeah, I'm catching up now. You guys both found me through Dave, which is awesome. I actually, I was talking to Dave. I might go up on the 30th. That's what we were talking about most recently. Because I want to go to Bull Moose. Because, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys, you know, collect steelbooks as much as we do, but like... There's been like a slump. I didn't even, if you guys watch my channel, you'll notice like, I basically go bi-weekly. Me and Cassie are actually gonna go and do a run after we finish up here. We're gonna go to our local Best Buy, and we might swing by FYE and Target and Walmart, depending. I do know that this is like the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and it might be like bedlam out there, because, you know, everybody and their mother who wants to get in there before, you know, the Black Friday craziness. So, we're gonna do that. I know I wanna... Cassie! What are we picking up today at Best Buy? Quiet Place, that's right. Quiet Place Mondo Steelbook, which was like close to $40 in some stores, is down to $15 today at Best Buy. And it's the one with like the red light bulbs and the string of them with the slip. That's only $15 today. I feel like I'm on QVC Channel 30. It's down to $15 today at Best Buy. And I'm kind of debating getting that Birds of Prey $15 steelbook because, again, $15. I didn't love that movie, but it was still pretty good. So, alright, I'm going to go back in the chat because I know I skipped over some of it. D. Scott says that he thinks that Deadpool... Not necessarily one is overrated to me, and the second one I like better. So, Damien Khan has a very unique standpoint on the X-Men movies, but that's good, man. Look, I'm glad there's people out there who enjoy these movies because it allows them to make more of these movies. I don't necessarily love the prequel X-Men movies and whatnot, but you know, I could, you know, I also come by from like a bygone era of like I was a kid when the first X-Men movie came out, so I'm very partial to like the Wolverine Hugh Jackman series. Like Days of Future Past, that's peak X-Men to me. And then Logan was obviously, you know, above that, that transcended all that. And Deadpool is fun, but like the New Mutants and the prequel kids, I like the two leads from the prequels from not New Mutant, what is it? First Class. You got Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy. They're great. I can watch that movie all day. All right, going back in the chat. Hello to your girlfriend. Hello, girlfriend. Tony Stark is in the chat. Let's go. All right, baby. Thank you, Tony Stark. Thanks for coming back. And I was just asking. Oh, J-Mark. J-Mark Schwarzentrooper. I am sorry. I always butcher your name. I feel so bad. J-Mark Schwarzentrooper asks, Casper Steelbook. Buy it. Well, J-Mark, if you... J-Mark, if you saw our channel, you would know that we already got Casper. Don't get me wrong. I don't expect anybody to watch all my fucking videos. Sorry, I don't also mean to curse either. But we did get, when did we get that? Halloween? It was like the Halloween season. We got like Casper and...
Whenever it came out.
Maybe like Sleepy Hollow. It was like around that same time. We did get the Casper Steelbook. It's Cassie's Steelbook. I don't love Casper all that much. It's fine. It's very much more of a kid's movie than a family movie in my head. I'd much rather watch the original Addams Family. That movie is money.
We did watch.
Which we did watch. I miss Halloween. Not that it's really stopped us, because we're still watching horror movies. How are you guys on horror movies? Do you guys like horror movies as much as I do? I always wonder what my demographic usually is, because YouTube can be a little sticky in the algorithm and the analyticals. But I've gotten really into horror movies, even with like Halloween ending. I'm like, don't care. We're still in 2020, baby. So horror is my level. Horror is my speed. That's all. I'm not quite into like, you know, maybe I'll transition with like The Grinch and Jack Skellington before finally going into Christmas. Maybe I need those transition characters. But right now, I'm all about... I just binge watched with Cassie all the Halloween movies. They were great. I think I might do Freddy or Jason next, because I'm all about that. Alright, I'm totally neglecting the chat here. Alright, Tony Scott says, I tried to get Blade Runner 2049 on Best Buy. It sold out so fast. Was that the Steelbook, or was that the just like the 4K regular or the Blu-ray? You wouldn't think that Blade Runner 2049 would sell out, because it's really, when that movie hit theaters in the box office, it did not do great. You know, despite having Ryan Gosling and of course, you know, everyone's favorite dad, Harrison Ford. Cassie loves Harrison Ford, Force Awakens. Well, we all do, but I think Cassie's favorite movie is Force Awakens because it's got Harrison Ford in a little bit. Am I right? You're not watching it.
Chewie.
You're not watching it for Finn. Oh, and Chewie. She does love her some Chewie. TransformerCon says, congratulations on 2.83K subscribers. Thanks, buddy. That's true. We're only like 70 subscribers away from 3,000. So if you guys want to recommend to Buddy and tell him like, hey man, come on down to Burns Reviews. Or if you guys just aimlessly watch the channel and have never subscribed, I do remember looking at my analyticals going, wow, 91% of people who watch my show don't actually subscribe, which is like a weird thing. I've heard that that's actually good, because if you're growing your channel, that's actually natural. You want to expand and whatnot, but I'm like, 91%? Damn. But yeah, we're going to be on our way to 3,000, and we're doing a big giveaway at 3,000. I don't know what's going to be yet, but it's going to be pretty big. Me and Cassie are kind of sorting it out as we go. I don't like Origins Wolverine at all. Yeah, that's a good call. I love the original trilogy X-Men, most with Logan, says Tony Stark. Yeah, the original trilogy is pretty good. I even like The Last Stand. I don't love it, but it's like watchable to me. It's like comfort food. I mean, you got Wolverine, and it's not the Origins. I don't really mind the Wolverine, but The Last Stand isn't as it's a guilty watch. I'll put it that way. I have a. Hey, J Mark made a donation of $1.99. I want to do a special thanks to J Mark, the first ever donation that I've ever gotten on the channel. Because up until this point, all the money that I've made has been through like Google AdSense, because like, you know, based on click per view. But J Mark just gave me $1.99. Will you finally change your mind about Dune?
For that extra penny.
She's as sharp as a tack, everybody. She's like, for that extra penny. It'd be funny if it was like, J Mark donated 0.0 cent. Will I finally change my mind? And I'm gonna go back to the ones I missed. Will I finally change my mind about Dune? No. No, I will stand by it. No matter how many downvotes we get, J Mark, I will stand by my disdain for Dune. Disdain Dune! All year 2020, welcome. So there's a lot of, I don't have to worry about annoying anybody, because I can guarantee you this much, J Mark. The people that watched our collab video, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, me and J Mark did a collab video. It was our first collab video, where we basically did a watch reaction video to the original David Lynch Dune. And to be fair, because I've gotten lots of comments from people who were very unsatisfied with our care in the video. A lot of fanboys, a lot of like boomers from like, you know, who must be like 50 and up, who are just like, hey man, why don't you know, and lots of things I can't really say. But they weren't very nice. They basically told us to go take a hike because we don't have a lot of respect for the Dune by David Lynch. I remember one guy was like, mad disrespect for Dune, man. Massive downvote. Ugh. And I'm like, whatever, man. And it's true. There is like a 70-30 ratio of downvotes on that video. We thought it was going to be fun. We thought it was going to be a scenario where we just be like, hey, you ever see like those videos of like kids listening to 90s music and they're watching like a music video for like Blink-182 and they don't know what it is? We thought it'd be like that. Like, because this movie was not our movie, so we thought in honor of the new one from Denis Villeneuve coming out, that we would go check out the original and see what was what. And we just kind of trolled it Mystery Science Theater style, like, to the ground. And people were like, well, actually, if you watch the movie, you would finally see that it's a masterpiece, and it's actually secretly my Bible, and I pray to it every morning. And people were savage in that movie. So if you want to go to that channel and give it a thumbs up to counter all the... Honestly, I don't really care. I just learned the hard way of like, oh man, if there's an IP and people really love it, maybe don't shit on it too hard. But then again, I'm going to do my opinion. I don't really care that much. It's Dune. It's not good. It's not good. I stand by it. I hope that's satisfactory for the $1.99 question. I know I was going on for a bit. Say good things before he reacts to it, says Tony Stark. The Dune doesn't seem that interesting to me, not to remake or the original. Yeah. Well, the new one might be decent because I'm putting a lot of faith in Denis Villeneuve, because I did like what was it? He did Prisoners. He did Blade Runner 2049. He did that one. He's done a couple of movies that offhand I can't read. Did he do Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal? I can't remember offhand. He did Arrival. He's done a lot of good movies that like I remember thinking this is my new favorite director back in 2018 or so. So I have a lot of faith in the guy, and I think that he's the kind of guy that can take a movie that is pretty awful and kind of invert it. Kind of like when Jon Favreau did like The Jungle Book. Like you took a very average movie and you just elevate it, which I believe is how you should handle all remakes. Take bad movies, make them better. Don't do this craft legacy bullshit over here where you're like, you take a decent idea and you downgrade it with like diversity and youth and call it a reboot. That never works. So yeah, I'm excited for Dune 2020 or 2021. Who knows? Who's to say? But I will definitely check that out. I just want to go up a little bit, make sure I didn't skip over anybody. Okay, let's go. Okay, Cool Movie Ratings said before, I got The Dark Knight 4K, Mission Impossible Blu-ray, and Film Collection, which I almost got. The Godfather Blu-ray trilogy and lots more. Oh, because you were talking about like the Black Friday. Yeah, we're gonna go check out Black Friday. I was saying earlier before, me and Cassie are gonna do a Black Friday Blu-ray hunt video right after this. So I will definitely take a look out for that. I've got the Dark Knight Steelbook. You know what I can't find is the Dark Knight Rises Steelbook. Because I have 1 and 2, and it just bothers the hell out of me that I can't find Part 3 in a Steelbook. I might get it on Savvy if they even have one. Cool movie. Oh wait, Tony Stark says, Amazon has a rival Steelbook for $9.99. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. FYE is my favorite store. I have one that's in my local mall, and they generally have good deals on DVDs and Blu-rays. Yeah, you know, I was talking to Dave Durant, and he was telling me that FYE is not really everywhere. You know, I'm spoiled by it. Like, he's got, what does he have? He has a place in the mall. It's not really a thrift store, but it's like a comic book kind of store. It's kind of like a Spencer's gift shop, and it has a whole basement full of what is it, like Woodsbury Music or something, like, or Woodsbury Hall. I forget, but it's got a whole basement of just like steel books and stuff like that. It's really cool. But yeah, FYE. The only problem I got with FYE is that a lot of their steelbooks are made very cheaply and they're usually damaged. I usually get them. They've got dents, they've got scratches, they kind of break too easily. You know, the disc is like transparent, there's no inside art. It just feels like that they noticed that that what Best Buy was doing, and they're like, you know what, we gotta get on that money train and do it. The only time I usually go to FYE is like when they have an exclusive that I can't get, like Tommy Boy, or I think Sleepy Hollow. They were both exclusively at FYE as far as steelbooks. But the Beetlejuice one I had is awful. I was so happy when I upgraded it to the 4K one at Best Buy. All right, Amazon. Okay, and then now we're back at J-Mark. All right, I just want to thank you, Burns Reviews and Durant Cinema, for inspiring me to start doing YouTube and getting me into collecting steelbooks and 4Ks. Much love, man, from DJ Slayer with a 3. DJ Slayer, go check him out. He sounds like a new YouTuber. I think I've seen you maybe once, DJ, but I'm glad we can inspire you. Definitely go check him out. Go give him a sub, because you know what? Little guy always needs like a little bit of a hand up. I remember when I was starting out, I was like, listen, can you guys check out my channel? That'd be fucking rad. Not that I'm like, I finally made it, but like, you know what? If this guy's got a new channel, I'm never against doing an endorsement for somebody who's pretty awesome. Go check him out. DJ Slayer with a 3 for the E. Tony Stark said, I tried to get Blade Runner 2049 on Best Buy. It sold out so fast. Oh, that's right. Okay. And now we're caught up. Damon Akon Scott says, big horror movie guy. Cool, because I'm doing more of this. I really like all the big franchises, and I'm really watching a lot of horror movies that are like of late, like His House on Netflix. Great movie. I'm probably gonna check that out again. It's not what I'd want to do for like a live watch along, and I want to talk about that with you guys too. Because what do we got? Like 8 people in the chat. Tomorrow, me and J Mark are doing a live watch along of a movie that I think we're gonna float towards you a little bit and like find out in chat what you guys want, because obviously that's kind of a big part of it. We want people to watch along, obviously, and get involved and ask questions and kind of just hang out a little bit. The 2 ones that I was kind of thinking about doing was 1, Hard Night. I think it's the name of it. Is that the name of it? Bruce Willis, Hard Night?
I don't know. This is new to me.
I think it's called Hard Night. It's a Bruce Willis movie that's like premiering tomorrow. It's on Netflix. The mindset being that everybody probably has Netflix. We can all watch it together. We can all laugh at it. We'll turn the subtitles on. And it'll kind of be like the Dune video, where me and J-Mark kind of just like make fun of Bruce Willis for being a terrible Redbox actor now. And the other one was going to be Hulu's Run with Sarah Paulson, which is the one where it's kind of like the movie Misery, where like she keeps the daughter kind of captive. But the 3rd act, funny as hell. It's kind of wonky. It's over the top. That might be a lot of fun too, especially for the horror people. All right, cool. So if you guys want to weigh in on that, what are you guys leaning towards? All right. Tony Scott. Ridley Scott's Blade Runner is better than 2049 in my opinion. Yeah, I could see that. I can see that. It was definitely ahead of the time. What's that?
It's called Hard Kill.
Hard Kill. I don't think anybody would have noticed. Hard Kill. Yeah. Hard Die Kill with Bruce Willis, John
Oh,
McClane.
that's cute.
It did feel that way. They're like, how do we get Bruce Willis's movies to like really pop? Well, let's just take one of the words from Die Hard and call it Hard Kill. Like, you gotta do a hard kill to die hard. Like, oh, Bruce, what are you doing?
It's a prequel.
Let's see. The Broken Carol one is Op. I don't know what Tony Stark is talking about. Oh, The Dark Knight Rises. I'm in California, no FYE here, says Tony Stark. Yeah, but on the upside, you're in California, which sounds pretty rad too. I'm in New Jersey, so I mean, tomato, tomato. I don't know. Maybe the grass is always greener. Maybe I'd go to California and be like, this isn't for me. But especially right now, I don't know what 2020 is like in California. Maybe it's not essentially ideal.
Wildfires.
Yeah, and then lots of like situations going on.
Situation.
I don't want to get demonetized for any keywords I might use on because they do check for that.
Oh.
You can't say certain words on your YouTube channel without like a thing coming up and being like, oh, well, we can't broadcast this
You
because
said
of...
no,
Yeah, pretty much. YouTube's a lot of fun that way. All right, DJ Slayer. It is a bit disappointing over here in the UK. Oh, he's in the UK. Nice. Because my local HMV store doesn't sell steelbooks, but I mostly now buy my steelbooks off of Zavvi. That's pretty cool. I've never gotten anything off of Zavvi, but I have heard people complain about how... And this is a risky run with everybody, that they've gotten movies that were just not, like they were either damaged or they've complained that they didn't show up at all. So I haven't really tried Zavvi yet. And also, I want to make sure that they're definitely region A and I can play them in my player. If they're region B and they're from the UK, that may not work. Short of the fact that's just a really cool steelbook and I don't care. I have done that in the past. But yeah, have you guys ever tried out Zavvi? Comment down below, let me know, because I'm going to try that out at some point. Durant Cinema has Newberry Comics. Thank you, Cool Movie Ratings. I could not remember for the life of me. Durant Cinema, Newberry Comics. Yeah, that place is pretty cool. They have a lot of cool stuff in the basement. Daminicon. I can never say that right. Is it Daminicon? Damicon? Damicon Scott. Close enough. Alien or Aliens? That's rough. I think I'm going to lean towards Aliens. I can appreciate how good Alien is as a horror movie, but there's so much iconic stuff in Aliens, like action and like, when she puts on the giant suit and she bitch slaps the Mother Queen, she's like, get away from her, you bitch. There's something classic about that. You can't really redo with the original. I guess it's really a matter of like what kind of mood I'm in. It's kind of like the same, because it is James Cameron, very much like Terminator between 1 and 2. Do you want horror, kind of scary, spooky, or do you want sci-fi action? I tend to lean a little bit towards the sci-fi action. But good question. I would say either or pretty good. Anything beyond Aliens 2 is pretty awful though, because like you get Aliens 3, which is David Fincher. Resurrection is bad. I say David Fincher not as a negative, but that's like the one movie he won't sign his name to. But yeah, Alien 1 and 2, best in the series. I would lean towards Aliens though. They're both in my 20. Amazon admits that you don't own digital, long live physical media. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Like I give away pretty much all my digital codes, and I have a lot of these 4K steelbooks that, when the world finally does end, I will still have movies. So I got that going. Me and Cassie will watch movies into the apocalypse. Tony Stark, how do you say your name, Scott? Oh, I guess he's talking to Daminicon. Tony Stark, my name is pronounced as the word Dimension Scott. Okay, that makes sense. Yippee-ki-yay, by far the best Christmas movie of all time. Yeah, that's a good point. They're actually putting out this thing on Netflix called Christmas Movies That Raised Me, or Christmas Movies I Grew Up On. Babe, do you remember that when they put that out on Netflix last year?
What?
It was like 4 movies. I think one of them was actually Home Alone, but like movies that I grew up on. It's like the VHS tapes, and I think it was like Die Hard, Home Alone, something like that. They're doing a Christmas special and it's like 4 movies that like Christmas movies that I grew up on. And I know it's gonna be, I think Elf, and I think the other one is A Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know what all 4 of them are, but that should be coming out soon. Looks pretty cool. All right, where is my East Coastin' people at?
East Coastin'.
Well, that's me, man. I'm from Jersey. For better or worse, I'm from Jersey. I think I just created a word. I like it. East Coastian. Make that a hashtag. I like it. Bruce Willis should star in Let It Die. Yeah, you know. Hey, Burns, what kind of recording equipment do you recommend for a beginner just starting out on YouTube? Says Slayer Reviews. Well, Slayer Reviews, I can tell you right now, as I use my vertical video, this is what I have. I'll tell you what I have right now. Right now I'm using my iPhone 10. I think it's like an iPhone 10X or XS. And it actually has pretty good video. Like, I have a webcam I was just talking about before, and the lighting is just off. It looks too washed out, and the whites are too bright. This has more of a warm feeling to it, which I like. But I do have that. I'm gonna try to tweak that before I do this again.
There's a sideways feeling to it.
You guys don't need to see the sides. It's fine. This is more radio than it is.
Watching on your phone, it works really well.
Right? If you're watching on your phone, which I've been looking at the analyticals, 75% of you are, then you know what? It works out pretty well. I meant to do it this way, damn it. But to answer your question, the equipment I use is my iPhone a lot because I do the Blu-ray trips. I use this is my does Sony make this? It's a H4n Pro handy recorder. It's a Zoom, and it's got like a little thing on top. I use that a lot. And then what else? I have a. If you look at my, I don't remember the exact name of it, but if you go check out my Dr. Sleep Blu-ray trip, I think it's like a Valentine's Day video. It has little hearts around my face back in February. It'll give you like the link of what it is. But it's like a ring light, and it has, obviously that's where the light's coming from, and it's also holding my phone right now. So that's an accessory that I got at Best Buy. And then, you know, I got this, which is like a little tripod and also holder. So that's, and again, I don't have the exact names. This is Joby. I know Joby makes that. I got that online for like 30 bucks. And yeah, guys, you know, if you want to make a YouTube channel, start cheap. Don't go crazy. Just try to, you'll learn as you go how to progressively get better, and you'll find out really quick what works and what doesn't. That's always been my mindset. You know, one of my favorite books growing up was Robert Rodriguez's Rebel Without a Crew. And that guy made a movie called El Mariachi before he made Spy Kids and Sin City and Desperado. All he had was a guitar case, a turtle, and some prop guns. And I think he had access to like a local bar. And he just like wrote a movie around it. So I would say apply that same logic to your channel. If you've got like a webcam, if you can only use the camera in your laptop, do it. Just get started. Just keep moving with it. Don't get hung up on the mind game of, oh, I have to upgrade and stuff like that. You know, just earn your wings a little bit. Use the crappy gear, and over time, make improvements. That's kind of what I do. And you'll find out really quick what works and what doesn't. Hey, Burns. Okay, I got that. Tony Stark, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. LOL, JK. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. I don't think so, but, I mean, he's joking, obviously. I don't really love Iron Man 3. I think the biggest thing that I keep thinking about in Iron Man 3 is, like, he's got all those damn suits in the basement. Doesn't break them out until the end. I can appreciate that they want to get Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. to be in the movie more. Like, he earned his paycheck by not wearing the suit the whole time. But at the same time, you know, don't love that movie. Have you and your girlfriend gotten the new game system, PS5 or Xbox Series? No. We got the, I'll tell you what we did do. We got a refurbished, not refurbished, but like we got a lightly used PS4 about like a year or so ago, maybe 2, probably 2. Here's the thing, guys, like, I love video games, but I don't love video games. I'm not like obsessively playing Fortnite, you know, I'm a movie guy, you know. I did just download Dead by Daylight, which is kind of this really cool game, like, where you could play as some of your favorite iconic slashers, like Freddy, Leatherface, Ghostface, which is one that I'm using, and it's like Manhunt. You can like hunt down 4 characters in the woods, or you can play one of those characters and try to turn the generators on, try to escape. But I don't go for that whole like, hey, it's Christmas, let's go buy a PS5, especially when it's being treated like the fucking Turbo Man of the season. And I'm reading all these articles on comicbook.com about how people are buying them and reselling them for like $2,000. Nah, man, I can wait. I'm not that obsessive with video games. I mean, they're cool. Also, I'm not really a big fan of the look of the PS5. Like, it looks like it has, like, these, like, book covers on the side of it. Like, it's gonna fly away with cheap plastic. I don't like it. Not to mention, it's, like, 100 pounds and this tall. You're just gonna block out my TV. So, one of the biggest things I will say about the PS5, I think I will get one in about, like, a year. I think I'm gonna wait. Might be the same deal that I did with this. I might get, like, a secondhand one, or just wait till they cut off, like, $100 or so. You know what's going to happen? My PS4 eventually is going to die out, and when that does happen, that's probably when I'll decide to... That's usually how I buy stuff. Something breaks and I go, it's time for a new one. But what I do like about the PS5, it does play 4K. And I have a lot of 4K discs, and I give away all my digitals, so if I want to watch a 4K movie, it's kind of funny because I end up just watching the Blu-ray. Or I find different means of watching those 4Ks. Again, not going to mention that here. But the 4K is playable in the PS5. So, let's see here. Cool Movie Rating says Halloween 2 or Halloween 2018. Oh, I think you've been summoned. Cassie's been summoned. Yep. Yeah, you in the back, in the front.
It doesn't say anything about Cassie.
It says right here. Oh, you're right.
Your girlfriend got PS5 and Xbox. Don't throw me in your crap. Don't try to, like, take a side swipe to your own live chat server.
Okay, so the question from Cool Movie Ratings is Halloween 2 from 1981 or Halloween 2018? I think it's just me projecting for you to come into the video, but that's alright. You can stay over there. It's alright. No big deal. She looks very pretty today, but she doesn't want to... She doesn't feel pretty. You know, if you guys got girlfriends, you know what that's about. It's kind of a... I mean, look, we all feel that way. But anyway, to answer your question, Halloween 2 from 81 or Halloween from 2018... I want to say Halloween 2018. I like Halloween 2 because you have some of the staples. You have Loomis, you have Laurie in there. But then you have to, like, remember, like, you have, like, those really annoying EMT characters. And you have, that poor, dumb kid who got hit by a police car and rammed into an ambulance and set ablaze. Which makes me laugh every time I see it. I'm like, and it's like, why are you... I don't know. That movie, if you watch the behind the scenes of that movie, John Carpenter was very salty. He did not want to make it. He was writing that movie with a 6-pack of Coors Light every night going, look, I'll do it because I want to be loyal to the cast and crew, but I don't want to do this. And you feel it. As opposed to 2018 Halloween, which was like David Gordon Greer. David Gordon... Shit. And the other guy. The guy from Eastbound and Down. Help me out, Bab. Who's the guy from Eastbound and Down? See, she doesn't know right now.
Shoot, you think I know.
Help me out in the chat. The guy from with the goatee from Eastbound and Down. The two of them. Point I'm trying to make is that they seem to really love doing this franchise.
Oh,
There was
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Thank you.
Somebody said something about Danny McBride in the chat. So
Danny McBride. Thank you. Yeah, and thanks for keeping up on that because I'm in the back of the chat following up on questions. So if you want to stay in the front, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, those two guys really put like a labor of love into the franchise. Where in the first sequel, it felt like they were just like doing it for the sake of doing it. So I would definitely go 2018. But they both have their pros and cons. I mean, do you want some OG or do you want like something fresh? You can tell Danny McBride wrote that cringe. I guess Tony Stark doesn't like the 2018 one. I enjoy the 2018 one, but you know, to each their own. Dimension Con Scott says, yeah, I agree. I like them both, but I like Halloween 2 a tiny bit more. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of on the fence. It's really a matter of what I want that day.
Cool Movie Rating said that too, Dimension Scott.
Okay. So true. Thanks, man, for the advice. No problem, Slayer. I'm more of a Galaga person.
Video games.
Okay. David Gordon Green directed the 2018 film. Danny McBride wrote the film. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm really excited for Halloween Kills. That's actually what the video I'm working on right now is. Is that lately, I've been getting a lot of cool things happening on the channel. A couple of my videos were picked up by Screen Rant and some other outlets, which is pretty cool. Like the side-by-side videos. And then I've been getting some early streamers for movies like Freaky, The Dark and the Wicked, The Craft Legacy, and I just talked to Universal. They're gonna send me The Croods too. So the channel's been kind of popping, which is kind of awesome. I mean, I just got $1.99 from J-Mark. I mean, that's what matters like most to me out of all the stuff I just said. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm kind of warms my heart, yeah.
In my wallet.
Well, but yeah, guys, let's see. What do we got over here? I thought Halloween 2018 was a masterpiece. Yeah, it did have its flaws, but I'm pumped to see what Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends delivers. Right. So yeah, what I'm doing right now for the side-by-side, because the side-by-side videos tend to be really popular. I'm doing a side-by-side for the very, very short teaser of Halloween Kills, matched up to all the movies from Halloween leading up to it, with the exception of probably 2018, because I want to do like a contrast between the old and the new. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's kind of funny because you got Paul Rudd in there, you got all the original characters. All the original characters are kind of coming back. The two kids from Halloween 1, the ones that she's babysitting, and the kid across the street, Paul Rudd, who eventually would be Paul Rudd. What's the character's name? Paul Rudd.
Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle. Thank you.
You're
See,
welcome.
I'm usually good with this stuff, but like I've only had one cup of coffee. My brain is not firing all cylinders. I'm not. Don't. The girlfriend's giving me the look of like, why is that my job? Like.
Do you want more coffee?
No. I'm just saying. I'm explaining why I'm not like the name game right now with the names. But yeah, I really enjoy those Halloween movies. I have no I just watched Halloween 4 the other day. Fantastic, and I posted a meme about it. I didn't know that. I think his name is like Carmine Flippini or something like that. Is in like so many movies. The old guy who's like the Reverend is also who Loomis picks up, like the hitchhiker. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when like Loomis gets like blown up at the gas station,
Okay.
and then he hitchhikes. Those
Right.
cheerleaders kind of like mess with him a little bit,
Yeah.
and then there's like a creepy Reverend guy who picks him up,
Right.
and he's driving. I looked up that actor. He is in like every horror movie, not horror movie, but like he's in Beetlejuice. He's like the messenger who's like, you know, being strung along. Like whenever all the characters like committed suicide, and now they're like working for the caseworker now. He's in that. He's Blue from Old School. He's like the oldest frat
Okay.
guy, and then he's like the he's in Wedding Singer. He's like the sounds like a country song, and he's in something else.
You know when he tries to give the guy the hug, and he's like, I just want to say everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's going to be okay. Or he tries to punch Glenn, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I love The Wedding Singer. I don't like Adam Sandler, but god damn it, I like The Wedding Singer.
What a beautiful song. Are you a Smallville fan?
Yes I am. I have a guilty habit of watching, was it like Rosenbaum, the guy who played Lex Luthor? He's got like a podcast, which he also does like on YouTube. And I do listen to it. I think he's a little egotistical at times. He seems a little, whenever he has like a guest on, especially Tom Welling, who's like a pretty boy, he has this need to like bang cymbals like a monkey and kind of like try to like steal the attention. You know what I mean? He's like he's like a little bit obnoxious. He's just a little much. But I do listen to his podcast periodically, especially when he has the characters from Smallville. Although, you know, Smallville's kind of funny because like you watch that, it's got Allison Mack in there, and she was that lady that was involved in that cult where they were like branding people's genitals and whatnot. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's in the news. Yeah, I think it's called The Vow. Is like the new documentary. I think on one of the streaming networks, and it's a whole thing about like they get people to join the cult, and it's really freaky. So every time I watch Smallville now, because I think the whole thing's on Hulu, I just watched like the finale, and I just watched a couple of like highlight videos I really like. But to answer your question, yes, I do like Smallville. It's just kind of like you look at it now, and things have happened. You know what I mean? I'm happy that Dad died in Halloween 2018. Can't wait to see Halloween Kills. I'd take a second on that one.
I did skip
Slay reviews that I thought Halloween 2018 was a masterpiece. Yeah, it did have its flaws, but I'm pumped to see Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends delivers. I didn't know there was gonna be a Halloween Ends.
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
I'm very behind on trends.
They're filming 2 and 3 back to back,
Nice.
Kills and Ends. So yeah, happy that the dad died in Halloween 2018. Can't wait to see Halloween Kills. Yeah, the dad in Halloween 2018 is kind of the worst. That's the guy who's like, oh damn it, I got peanut butter on my penis. Like it's just like he's awful. Although, oh no wait, he's not. I was gonna say, is that the guy they make into like a human jack-o'-lantern? But no, he finds that guy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they holler at the guy's head and they put Michael Myers puts a flashlight underneath and
Okay.
he looks like a jack-o'-lantern. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Roy from Halloween Kills, the dad. He seems like a cheap laugh, you know? But then again, I don't really like the mom either. I mean, I know she's not supposed to be likable because she's kind of supposed to be contrasting Laurie a little bit. But yeah, she kind of got on my last nerve too. But I guess the character's written that way, so it's fine. She's a good actress. I've seen her in a lot of stuff. Okay, so Cool Movie Rating says that Halloween Kills will have Michael Anthony Hall. Isn't it Anthony Michael Hall? I think it's Anthony Michael
I
Hall.
don't know, but you're skipping people.
No, I didn't.
Hate it. Halloween Kills looks awesome. It's crap. We have to wait a whole year.
Okay.
And Dimension.
Oh, I'm
wants
sorry,
to know,
okay.
Do you like the Arrowverse, Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, DC Legends, and more?
Okay, so let's take those questions one by one. Okay,
That's
so
one big question.
Cool Movie Ratings. Halloween Kills looks awesome. It's crap that we have to wait a whole year. I would agree. They would have made so much money if they put that out on Halloween Day. They would have made so much bank on VOD. I think that it, you know, because we haven't hit that bump yet, which will be Wonder Woman with HBO Max in the theater. If they did the same treatment then, I think they would have made so much money. But, you know, I was talking to Cassie about this. They should have put Quiet Place Part 2 on VOD Halloween weekend. That would have made so much money. Not to mention the fact that I think like 20 plus critics have already seen it. It's already been screened. People have seen this movie. What were you saying?
I was surprised you didn't try to put it on CBS Plus with his good news.
She's trolling John Krasinski for
Angry at him.
CBS, some good news, how he's a sellout. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm kind of not thrilled about having to wait a whole year too, but for Halloween Kills. Dimenticon Scott says, do you like the Arrowverse, Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, DC Legends, and more? No, not especially. I did watch The Flash season 1 and got a little bit into season 2. Kevin Smith really got me into The Flash. I'm sure you've all seen like that video of like him watching the clip where I think Barry's mother like comes back, goes away, and like he has like a touching moment. So that got me to go watch The Flash. But no, I can't say I do. Like I said, right now I'm on a horror tear. So watching that wholesome kind of CW kind of stuff doesn't really, I don't know. It's just something I can't really get into. And I really can't do a deep dive on all the Arrowverse. Like I can't go back to season 1 of Arrow. That would drive me crazy. It's kind of like Supernatural. I know enough about it where I can dip into it, but there's no way I can go back to the beginning and watch it all. They're good shows. They're just not necessarily for me. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Where did I leave off here? Arrowverse. Okay, I'm excited to see what the Steelbook designs will be for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Yeah, you know, Halloween 2018 has some really cool Steelbooks. They also put out some really cool vinyl work for Halloween. So anything with Michael Myers, it always pops because you always have like the contrast between like the white and the black background. He always pops off with that mask. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty tight. Even if they look similar, it's still gonna look pretty cool because Michael Myers always looks kind of cool on a Steelbook. Let's see here. Halloween Kills will have okay, I read that already. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't. Halloween Kills will have Anthony Michael Hall play Tommy Doyle and Kyle Richards, who actually played Lindsay Wallace in the original, will return also. Yeah, so the two kids. That's. Why are you laughing?
You read Anthony Michael Hall. He wrote Michael Anthony Hall.
I know, but it really is Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the two kids are gonna be back. Tommy Doyle and the little girl that Laurie was babysitting the first one, as well as Lonnie. you know, get your ass out of there, Lonnie. That kid, the bully who knocked over the pumpkin, he's coming back. They're probably gonna kill him because it'll be sweet, sweet revenge. I would argue, says Dimenticon, I would argue that X-Men Dark Phoenix is better than The Last Stand. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a real turd sandwich and a douche, isn't it? It's gonna, I mean, tomato. Big flaw in Halloween 2018 was the twist that lasted like 5 minutes. Oh, are you talking about the doctor? Yeah, I can see why you would say that. I kind of liked that the doctor, they pulled that twist because it was kind of fun. You know, I'm glad it wasn't just like a straight up copy paste of like the old Halloween movies. It was a little bit different, little unique. I give him credit for that. But I can see why some people wouldn't like it. Let's see here. So, Daniel Harris's performance, the Rob Zombie ones. See, I don't really like the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I think they're too crude, I guess. You know, there's that one scene at like the breakfast table where they're just like yelling obscenities, and I'm like, this is not Halloween. Not to mention, it's like a solid hour of backstory, a very cringy backstory that you don't need. Because, you know, I think the less story you give Michael Myers, the better. I have heard a lot that, like Drum Dums, I talked to him a bit, and I have heard a lot that Halloween 2 is actually better. And I haven't seen it, and maybe I'll go check it out. But the last half hour is essentially Halloween. And the first hour of Halloween is like really dumb backstory and crude with like all the Devil Rejects characters and House of a Thousand Corpses. Not a giant Rob Zombie fan, but that's just me. Okay. Worst Halloween is Resurrection and the Rob Zombie. Yeah, like I said, totally agree. Tony Stark 100% agrees. Cool movie ratings. The human Jack-o'-lantern is one of the best kills in the whole franchise. Yeah, I don't know how he did it, and I'm not going to put on like my CinemaSins hat. I don't care. It looked pretty rad. Like with the face glowing up. It was, to me, that's like the Casey Becker kill in the Scream franchise. It's one of my favorite in the Halloween 2018. Dimension Scott says, I've made it to season 4 of Smallville. It's amazing so far. I'm new to the show. I didn't watch the show that much on the air. Yeah, I mean, look, Smallville is a good one-time watch. I watched it when I was younger, when it was on the air, and I don't know if I would actually go back to it, though. Let's see here. Slayer Review says, I can imagine Duran Cinema saying, you have just summoned Arnold Myers. That is a scary thought. I mean, that's basically the Terminator. Terminator in a mask. Get to Haddonfield. We have to kill Laurie. Yeah, I can hear Dave. Dave lives in the back of my head, everybody, because how does he not after a while? Do you buy TV shows, physical media? Says Vincent Smith. Vincent Smith, welcome to the chat. And to answer your question, no, I don't. I used to buy the DVDs back in the day. You're not going to find anything. I used to buy... Oh, Cassie just pulled out. That's different. That is not television. That is high art. That is... She pulled out the collection set of Batman the Animated Series. Here's the thing, guys. The reason I don't buy physical media for TV shows is that they're pretty much all on streaming. If you have Hulu and Netflix, and I have I think I have, with the exception of like maybe Apple TV, I kind of have all the streamers, all the streaming networks. I got Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime. But yeah, HBO Max, Disney Plus, like they all have them on there. I started watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from the beginning. I haven't seen the reunion yet, but I did start watching from the beginning. Because, you know, I was on YouTube one day, and I was watching that sad scene of Uncle... Yeah, see, Cassie's gonna cry over there, where he's like, why don't you want me, man? I cry every time. So that made me want to go back and watch it from the beginning, because it was on HBO Max, and I figured, why not? And I love that show. But no, I don't actually own own a lot of physical media TV shows. I do have some TV. I have like Burn Notice on DVD in the back, and I have a couple of the early seasons of the Simpsons and South Park on DVD. But as of late, no, I don't pick up a lot. Let's see. How many steelbooks in your collection? I would say roughly about 40. I couldn't tell you exactly offhand, but I got about like 2 or 3 shelves of them. So, yeah, I mean, it keeps growing every week, guys, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Dr. Sertarian is no Dr. Loomis, R.I.P. Donald Pleasance. No, he's not, and I kind of like that instead of trying to make him the new Loomis, they made him his own distinctive character, and spoiler alert, also evil. You know, I like that he was like this madman who was like obsessed with like Michael. Like when he puts on the mask, it was half wonky, half funny, and then also half kind of creepy. So I'm glad they didn't try to do too much of a ripoff of Donald Pleasance, because you can't. You can't replicate what Donald Pleasance did. Tony Stark says, they even joke about it. Oh, you're the new Loomis. Yeah, I think they do that in the trailer. I think it's like a marketing thing. But yeah, he is definitely no Loomis. At least not below the surface, I guess. They even joke... Oh, okay. In 60 years, Terminator, 57, Arnold Myers. I don't know what that means.
In 50 years, Mike Myers and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This is Michael Myers. That's from, we were watching, what was it, Baby Driver. When he's like, when the guy shows up with the mask, and it's like Austin Powers, and he's like, we said get Michael Myers, like, this is Mike Myers, like, fucking moron. I love Baby Driver. That's like, anything put out by Edgar Wright is amazing. He did the Cornetto trilogy, the Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, The World's End. He was supposed to do Ant-Man, but let's see, what do we got here? Vincent Smith says, are you going to pick up the new Lord of the Rings Steelbook? Yeah, they put out Lord of the Rings, and I think they're also putting out the Hobbit trilogy on like a box set, kind of like Game of Thrones. It's gonna be like a box set of, I think, steelbooks, and it's coming out, I want to say like in a week or two. It's not out yet. I think it's either gonna be Tuesday or the following. And I'm sorry, but no. There's something about those Lord of the Rings movies that I first of all, I own them already. I just don't see myself buying them again for like 120 bucks. Even if they came down in price, I don't know. I'd have to go rewatch them a little bit just to make sure that they actually hold up, that they hold the test of time, because I don't know. I don't have a deep love for like fantasy Hobbit world building stuff. Tony Stark says, Baby Driver. That scene is hilarious. Yeah, I love that Baby Driver movie. That was like one of the first movies me and my girlfriend over here saw, I think, with Baby Driver. And you know what? It really set the mood. Cause I've done a couple first dates and like and the movie was bad, and I'm like, look, I'm not a scientist, but one could argue first date movies can make or break a deal. Like I wouldn't recommend seeing Marriage Story or what's that one horrible movie? Gone Girl. I wouldn't recommend those, or like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. But you know, it was a fun romp. It was like action. It was fun. Got a little bit of romance. And that's kind of like what my relationship with my girlfriend is. It's like it's fun. It's action. Yeah, but Kevin Spacey gets run the fuck over. So all is well that ends well. And I love that they quote Monsters Inc. in that. What's that?
You have a Spanish friend.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh. Hi. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hola! I don't speak Spanish. Benjamin Esperanza. I might know him. He might be a Facebook friend or a kid from high school that I used to. I could be wrong. He'll comment down below when he hears me talking about him. Hola, welcome. I'm sorry I don't speak Spanish. I tried, man. I took Spanish like a couple years in high school. It never stuck.
Bienvenidos.
What'd you say?
Bienvenidos. Welcome.
There you go. Dimension Scott says, how excited are you for the Snyder cut of Justice League? Are you going to keep the Joss Whedon cut if the Zack Snyder cut comes to Blu-ray? Well, fun fact, I don't own any copies of Justice League, so I don't have to worry about throwing away the Joss Whedon cut. I mean, that's the thing. I never thought that movie was good, so it's not like, oh man, I bought this for nothing. I remember, I saw that movie with my dad. I know Cassie was very upset. She was like, you saw that without me? Not that we saw any other
What did you
DC...
say?
Justice League.
Oh.
Not that we saw any other DCEU movies together. I mean, she wasn't mad. She was just kind of like, fine, whatever.
I thought movies were our thing.
No, like, I don't know. Like, me and my dad saw, like, Wonder Woman together, so, like, it was like a me and dad type of movie. My dad was really into DC Comics, so, yeah, so it was kind of nice that we saw that. And my dad used to love Superman. My dad grew up on that. He used to watch the Christopher Reeve movies and the George Reeves TV show. So that was really cool. But I didn't like the movie. It had a lot of flaws. Kind of like BV. The whole DCEU. There's a lot to unpack there. I am excited for Wonder Woman 84. I did like the first Wonder Woman, but yeah. Kevin Spacey, yikes. Yeah. I was just talking to Cassie about that. Oh, maybe I was talking to Chris. I'm sorry. I'm kind of wondering, like, do you think Kevin Spacey is gonna put out one of those cringy Christmas videos of him, like, poking a fireplace with a poker, doing his Frank Underwood impersonation? Frank Underwood was a character he played on House of Cards.
Right, yeah.
And he does this really cringy thing. Like, he forgets that America hates him. And he's just like, he's in front of the fireplace in his Cosby sweater, which doesn't help. And he's just like, oh, hi, America. Did you think I'd go away? It's like, yes, we did. Why are you here? Be gone. I don't know if you guys have a Roku TV. I know Roku is pretty popular these days because, like, they're pretty well priced. But, like, whenever I get, like, that blue, pink, purple screensaver, like, there's always, like, a billboard cutout, and they're advertising different movies that are, like, free on Roku. And one of them I keep seeing is, like, Kevin Spacey in Edison. It's called Edison. It's got Justin Timberlake, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Spacey, and Dylan McDermott from the first season of American Horror Story. He was in that TV show The Practice back in the 90s. And every time I see him with his fake wig and his dyed hair and his stupid face, I'm like, fuck you, Kevin Spacey. Get out of here. Yeah, no. But I hope he doesn't put out a video. Anyway, let's see here. Cool Movie Ratings wants to know, what is your favorite movie of all time? I think it might be Jaws, to be honest. Whenever somebody asks me that question, because, like, you know, when you do a movie channel, you tend to get that a bit. I always try to answer that question of, like, what's your favorite movie right now? Because I guarantee you, that question will never go out of style. You can come back into the chat like a year from now when I'm still doing this, ask me again. Probably won't be the same answer, but I will say Jaws because I watched Jaws 3 times when I picked up the 45th anniversary. 2 of the times with Cassie. That movie is just so damn good, and it's so rewatchable. You know, before that, it used to be Back to the Future. I used to watch that movie a lot. That movie has kind of lost a little bit on me. I don't know why. It just kind of, not that there's anything bad about it. It just doesn't quite, I don't know. It's just like a feeling I get. It just doesn't quite do what it used to do for me. But Jaws, I would say, is probably my favorite movie right now. Okay, so Vincent Smith says, what is your favorite looking steelbook in your collection? I mean, the one that comes to mind, top of my head, is that we just got one, Spider-Man Far From Home. I think that's a beautiful steelbook. It's shiny, it's not matte finish, and when you open it, it looks like a poster that you can hang up on the wall. It's I don't know, I feel like a cat just kind of dangling at shiny keys. I'm like, that is a nice, shiny steelbook. My girlfriend also got me a Snatch steelbook, which is pretty rad. And you can find that pretty easily online, or I know it's kind of like one of those things that it's there. And it's really cool. It has all the characters like Frankie Four Fingers. It has a diamond. All like the little totems from the movie. That's pretty cool. You know, I'm a sucker for like yellow steelbooks, and that's one of them. The whole outside is yellow, and there's other yellow steelbooks I like too. Like the Tommy Boy steelbook is bright yellow. Even the Clueless steelbook is bright yellow. It just looks. I think yellow, because I was a psych major back in the day, if you could believe it. Yellow is like the happy color. So, like, I don't know. I just dig it. So, I would go with that. I would go with Snatch. There's like a Blu-ray steelbook for that. You can get it online. Maybe find it like a Newberry Comics. Or, what was it? Spider-Man Far From Home, which I think is I think it's like down to $15 again at Best Buy doing that sale. So, if you want to go check that out, go check that out. Okay, so what do we got over here? Wait.
Vincent Smith, what's your favorite looking steelbook in your collection?
Right. Well, we just did that one, so.
No, you didn't.
I just said my favorite
Oh.
looking steelbook is the Far From Home one.
Sorry. I'm reading comments.
Tony Stark says Justice League was popcorn fun. Yeah, I can give you that. It's just it has a lot of. I have a lot of issues with that, and as somebody who goes back and forth between DCEU and MCU, it's like eating like off the dollar menu after an MCU movie. You can't watch Infinity War and then watch like Justice League and be like, they're the same thing. They're not. I'm sorry. I understand there's people who like it, and look, far and large, I am a Batman fan from day one. Since I was 3 years old, I was obsessed with Batman. So it kind of pains me that they're not better movies. But, you know, if they make you happy, man, I can't wait for the HBO Max special of it because I'm sure it's going to be better. But I don't know. I wish they would be better. The Nolan movies were great, and I think the Matt Reeves movie is going to be great. But I can't get into the Batfleck. It just doesn't do it for me. I want to, but, you know, especially Justice League, it just doesn't quite do it. Did you hate New Mutants? No, I thought it was okay. I think the first hour of it is a slog, and the last 30 minutes of it is a lot of fun. They have that demon bear, which is like this, like, the size of a building ghost bear with red eyes that attacks people and they have to fight it. I won't say more than that because I don't want to spoil it, but that was pretty cool. The first hour, though, was pretty slow. The first hour is kind of like the first hour of the movie Glass, where you have these characters sitting around in a hospital, and it's just not a lot of fun. It's a lot of exposition, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of who gives a crap. So, but you know what? If you stream it, I think it's a good rental. I just, I didn't go to the movies for it. I just watched it the other day. So I did like it. And like I said earlier, I would put, Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, and X-Men Origins below it. So it's not the worst. It's just very generic. Favorite Christmas movie, says Vincent Smith. Ooh. Well, I mean, I always lean really hard into Die Hard, right? It's kind of hard to not like Die Hard. Where's your charger?
Oh, okay. I figured that would happen.
Die Hard is probably my all-time favorite Christmas movie. Although I do like, there's a couple staples that I watch every year. I really like A Christmas Story. The dad in that movie just cracks me up every time. I love when he's like, "You used up all the glue on purpose." Like, I don't know, that just tickles me fancy. I don't know why. I also really like Christmas Vacation with Clark Griswold. I love when he goes on a whole tangent about the boss, a whole bit. I think that's pretty funny. When the SWAT team is like kicking the doors in, and, there's a lot of little jokes. Merry Christmas, the shitter was full, and he's emptying the sewer into the pipeline. That movie is a gem. And then there's a couple staples that I have to watch. Like, I have to watch It's a Wonderful Life. I might pick up the Steelbook. I have to watch Home Alone. I have to watch, what's the third one I'm forgetting? Home Alone, It's a Wonderful Life. What's another big Christmas movie? The Grinch. The short Grinch. Not. I didn't see the one with Benedict Cumberbatch, and oh, thank you.
Oh, the new. I forgot.
I didn't see the Benedict Cumberbatch. It's basically the same movie because somebody did a side-by-side video of like all three. It's the same movie, but I have to watch the original 15-minute short. I haven't seen the Charlie Brown special in a while, and considering what the tree looks like in Rockefeller Center, maybe I'll check it out. Because I hear it's a real Charlie Brown kind of tree. Tony Scott says, are you going to get Total Recall 4K Steelbook coming soon? I might. It's a good movie. I have seen Total Recall on a Blu-ray Steelbook almost every single time that I go to Target. But I might hold out. I got to take a look at it and see how it looks. I think I vaguely glanced at it. You know what I really want? I'd rather get like the Running Man Steelbook. That looks pretty rad. That's been out for a while, but I think I have to get it on Zavvi or something like that. Alright. Dimension Con Scott says, you know the Snyder Cut is like going back in time during the making of Superman 2, then years later, the Richard Donner cut. Yeah, you know, I just read about how, and by read, I mean I watched a YouTube video. I just read about how Jared Leto's Joker is getting a redesign, and they're going to put him in one of the episodes, and the rumor now is that Batfleck and Joker are going to work together for the betterment of all mankind, because the apocalypse is coming. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it's going to be great, but it might be fun, so I'm all for it. I mean, at this point, the wheels are spinning, so let's just see what happens, right? But yeah, I don't know how much better you can make the Justice League. I also want to know why Ezra Miller is not getting the boot, even though Johnny Depp is. Because they were both attached to those Fantastic Beasts movies, yet no one is saying anything about how Ezra Miller tried to choke somebody out. And I'm like, and there's a video of that. There's no video of Johnny Depp, but that's a whole different topic. Alright. You can't go wrong with Jaws. Jaws is my second favorite movie of all time, says Cool Movie Ratings. What is your number one movie of all time? Cool Movie Ratings. In fact, all you guys watching right now, write down your favorite movie of all time in the chat. I'll bring it up. I'll let you know if I've seen it or not. But yeah, Jaws is amazing, so you can never go wrong with a Spielberg Jaws watch. Cassie says, Cool Movie Ratings, what's your first... Oh, she asked a question that I did. Okay. And then Cool Movie Ratings said, it's tough because... But I have to say Terminator 2 is... Yeah, T2. Terminator 2 is the favorite movie of Cool Movie Ratings. Yeah, that's like a tried and true classic, isn't it? Like, you can't go wrong with T2. It's just a lot of fun. It's definitely the best John Connor movie. You know, that kid, Edward Furlong, he really did peak in that movie. You know, so much potential, and it just... he was also really good in that... What was it? American History X with Edward Norton. And Fairuza Balk, who was in the Craft movie, the first one. Yeah, Terminator T2 is pretty good. T2 is pretty solid. I like that movie a lot. Let's see here. Mad Max Fury Road Steelbook is good color. Yeah, again, Mad Max Fury Road, another yellow steelbook, which I like a lot. And, you know, you can't really... If you're going to get a movie in 4K, Mad Max Fury Road, that's the way to go. Did you like the yellow Shining steelbook? I did not. You know, despite what I said about liking the color yellow, to me, that steelbook was very, like, it looked like police tape going back and forth. Because they used, it's like a yellow steelbook, and then I think they tried to make, like, a hedge maze on it, but it kind of just looked like yellow police tape, do not cross. So, and I already own that movie on my digital library in iTunes, so I didn't really feel the need to get it. I do own Dr. Sleep in a steelbook, and that is badass. Because it's white, and it says Red Rum. It's a whole thing. It looks really cool. But no, I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel overly inclined to get the Shining steelbook. Okay. Why is the stereo set Todd? I don't know, Margot. Oh, he's doing a Christmas Vacation with the neighbors, with like Elaine, and then the douchey boyfriend, and he says, "Why is the stereo wet, Todd?" "I don't know, Margot." And then like the Christmas tree comes in the window. Yeah, that's a that's a fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen Christmas Vacation, which a lot of people, you know, I know a lot of younger audience members have not seen that. It's a funny movie, man. Chevy Chase, I don't like Chevy Chase. I think he's kind of a jerk. I know he basically was like the downfall of Community. He had an opportunity, he just messed it up. I think he might be a little bit racist. I know him and Donald Glover didn't get along, and he said something about him being black, and that's why he was popular. So I don't like Chevy Chase, but considering I grew up on that movie, it kind of grandfathered its way into my brain as like, I like that movie. You know what I mean? You can still like a movie too, despite having one bad seed. Like, there's a lot of movies where I'm like, am I allowed to like Kevin Spacey movies? And my argument would be, yeah, you know, as long as he doesn't put out a new one. Because you gotta remember, a movie, lots of people work on that. Lots of actors work on that. Let's see, what do we got here? Did you pick up Resident Evil 4K box set? Says Vincent Smith. No. I'll be the first to say it. Resident Evil, I like the first one, and some of the sequels are like a nice guilty watch, but I don't love them, man. If they put those movies on like HBO Max, I might check them out, but I would not pay especially now, I would not pay top dollar for Resident Evil. It's kind of like Underworld. I don't have the inclination for them and all of the cash grab sequels that they are. I'm waiting for the Tenet Steelbook. Yeah, Tenet comes out, I want to say, December 15th, and that'll definitely be a snag. Even though I haven't seen Tenet, that movie will be special to me, because, like, years from now, I'll pull out the Steelbook and be like, you see, kids, back in the year 2020, they had Tenet. We waited months to get Tenet. And then we did. I also want to get Tenet because I hear the sound mixing is really bad. Much like Interstellar, there are scenes you can't hear what they're actually saying. So I'm going to watch it with subtitles. Because it's not what I was meant to do, but when you have other directors telling Christopher Nolan, hey, your sound mixing is bad, go fix that, you know you got a problem. But I do like the visuals of Christopher Nolan. I kind of like a fanboy for Christopher Nolan. I've seen all of his movies. I want to see it the right way. So I'm going to buy it on the 15th. I'll probably give away the digital too, so check that out. What's your best and worst movie franchise? Ooh. Well, I just named Resident Evil, so I wouldn't say Resident Evil is the worst, though. I would say that Underworld. No, what am I saying? Twilight is the worst movie franchise. No, wait. 50 Shades of Grey is probably, because like that's a ripoff of Twilight, so I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, all that crap, all that, just take it and go. Favorite franchise? I mean, I'm a sucker for Batman. I don't know if you can just take all the Batman movies and put them in a boat and call that a franchise, because if I could, I would. That would be my favorite franchise. I love those early Batman movies, like Batman Returns, The Dark Knight, the Nolan movies. You know, not the Schumacher ones and not the DCEU ones. I really like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. The MCU is good, but I think there's a lot of movies that are kind of generic along the way. Like, there's a lot of... Look, it is unprecedented what the MCU has done, but there's a couple that I'm just like, I'm fine. I just watched the Halloween franchise. That was a great watch. I really enjoyed that. And even though they weren't all amazing, I enjoyed the hell out of watching them. You know, sometimes watching the bad movies in a franchise can be just as fun if, you know, you're in that kind of mood. I also love Scream. Me and J-Mark have been talking about doing a Scream watch-along, and we still might, leading up to Scream 5. So Scream is pretty high up there on that franchise list as well. What I don't like about Scream is that, I guess because it was owned by Miramax, which by proxy was owned by Harvey Weinstein, and now we're kind of in a flux where, like, there's no 4K, and I think you can get 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. I think. And then 4 you can get separately. But hopefully they'll put, like, a nice box set out when 5 comes out, because I will definitely snag that bad boy immediately. I think Scream 2 is probably my favorite. Let's see right here. Vincent Smith says, Tremors franchise. Tremors. You know, it's funny. I think it was only maybe 2 months ago. I was watching the original Tremors because it was on one of those streaming networks. I don't remember exactly which one. The Tremors franchise, I've only seen bits and pieces of it online, on TV. I mean, you know, there's that one guy, his buddy with the mustache, who basically pops up in every single sequel. I heard Kevin Bacon is actually coming back. There was a plan to either reboot it or do like a direct sequel, and it fell apart maybe like a year or two ago, you know, way before 2020. But there was a thing, I think, in 2018. They were trying to do Tremors either as a TV show or a movie, and Kevin Bacon was signed on, and it just all fell apart. But I do like the first one. I can't say a lot about the sequels. I've never done that deep of a dive. Friday the 13th franchise. I think that's going to be the next on my list. Because it's either that or Freddy. That's not Freddy, right? No, that's Nightmare. Nightmare is Freddy. Yeah, I think that might be next. Because I'd rather do, I don't know, maybe I'll get J-Mark involved. Maybe I'll watch it with Cassie, because that's what I did with the Halloween movies. I don't know if she'd be down for that, as I stare at her from across the room. Yeah. You know, I'd like to check those movies out. I don't own the box set for Friday the 13th. For one, I'm like I said with the PS5, I'm the kind of guy that would wait until it comes down a little bit. I know they typically want like 170, and I think Best Buy is doing a sale where they have it for like 120, 129. But, you know, this is how my brain works. My brain works in like, okay, you got 9 or 10 movies divided by the price. Exo facto, you're charging 20 movies for each movie. They're only Blu-ray, they're not 4K, and a lot of those middle movies are not good. So that kind of makes it hard. I know the box art is good, but I think I'm going to wait for the price to come down below 100 if possible. And if not, look, I'm fine without it. But I'm definitely going to watch them before I buy anything. So, what do we got in the chat? We got... I love all the Scream movies and enjoyed the TV show for what it was. The TV show was interesting. I watched the first season, and I think I got a little bit into season 2. That TV show confuses me because I think it's an MTV show that moved to VH1, which is so weird, because to me, in my head, like, they're enemies. They're competitors. That's like if, like, Wonder Woman moved over to the MCU. I'd be like, wait, what? What's going on? I didn't see season 3. I heard it was very different. I'm actually kind of curious to go check it out. And, yeah, Scream 5 should be amazing. I kind of wonder, there's been talk about the Scream TV show being canon inside of the movie. At least in a small way. I don't know if they're going to do a deep dive that deep, but I am curious to see how that all pans out. And I think I did see, I think Scream is now streaming on Netflix. Because every now and then I see that, the TV show, like the Ghostface, he's in the thumbnail. Let's see. Oh, God. Okay, so, Chris Chagotis says, good luck with those last few Friday the 13th entries. Yeah. Well, you know what I was watching the other day? I had the commentary track from Mr. Sunday Movies. These two Australian guys, they do, like, the Weekly Planet. They put out a commentary track for Freddy vs. Jason. And I watched, like, the first half of that before, like, I fell asleep watching it. It was pretty funny. Freddy vs. Jason is, like, a fun, guilty watch for me. It's kind of like Alien vs. Predator. It's not good, but it's fun. It's like somebody took action figures and just, you know, like a little kid playing with them, and someone was like, all right, now translate this into a movie. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of campy, dumb fun. But, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those later Friday the 13th movies. Here's my problem with Friday the 13th is that I always have the intention of binging them, and then I watch the first one, which is not Jason. It's, you know, if you've seen Scream or these movies, but if you know from Scream, Mrs. Loomis was the killer in the first one. And then, from what I know from YouTube, is like the second one, he's got like a bag on his head. It doesn't really pick up until part 3 as far as like the hockey mask and all that, but you know, the OCD in me has to watch these movies in a linear way. So typically what happens is that, like, over the years, I just watch part 1 and then stop, which is dumb, but I think that might be the next thing I do, is Friday the 13th. Let's see here. I think people take Terminator sequels after T2 negatively and nitpick them like Star Wars. Yeah, that's true. it's kind of hard. It's kind of like the Halloween sequels. Like, you're never going to get that magic in a bottle like you did with the first Halloween or the first Terminator or T2. But they keep trying. I don't like the majority of the sequels to Terminator. I actually kind of enjoyed the Sarah Connor Chronicles on TV. It had Mina Headey from Game of Thrones. That was pretty cool. And Dark Fate actually wasn't that bad. I know people kind of crapped it. I know nobody saw the movie. It didn't do well in theaters, but it's actually pretty good. I would say it's probably one of the best sequels outside of 1 and 2. I think. Right? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. There are only a couple of good Friday the 13th movies, not all of them. Yeah, I agree. That's why I didn't get the box set, because for one, you know, I didn't grow up on them. I think a lot of people who got excited, they probably grew up on them. They've seen them so much, and I didn't have that nostalgia bug to go out and get it, you know? Jason X is an abomination against humanity. Wow. Is Jason X... I think that's the one where he goes in space, right? And he kind of looks like Shredder from TMNT. He's got like the silver mask. It looks kind of goofy. Terminator Dark Fate was bad, like really bad. I call it dark shit. Well, alright, you know. I mean, look man, I remember when Rise of the Machines came out, and that was pretty damn bad. And then, what was that? Salvation with Christian Bale? That wasn't bad, it was just very bleak, and I didn't know what they were doing. Genesis! Genesis is bad. See, that's why I give Dark Fate a pass. Genesis is god-awful. John Connor looks like he's got baloney on his face. I don't know what they were doing in that movie. And they, yeah. Okay, so they killed John Connor in 0.2 seconds. Let's just crap all over James Cameron. Yeah, you know, Dark Fate's not very... Look, I enjoyed it. I don't run back to it, but I enjoyed it. Do you like the Predator franchise? Says Vincent Smith. Well, I enjoy Predator 1. I can't really... You know, it's a really messy franchise, that Predator franchise, right? Because let's break it down a little bit for a second. You got Predator, fantastic movie. I can watch it all day. In fact, when I was a kid, I actually broke the VHS tape by wearing it out, because I would just keep hitting rewind every day after school. I would get home, I had a little TV that had like a VCR in it. I would get home, I would watch that VHS every day. I think it came from the library. It never went back. We paid for it. I watched that every day. I love the first Predator movie. Predator 2, you know, that's the one with Danny Glover and Gary Busey. That's a guilty watch. It's subjectively entertaining, but objectively pretty bad. And then where do we go from there? Like, I enjoy that movie, just to clear that up. But after that, you got like that's where it starts to get a little messy. I enjoyed Alien vs. Predator. That's a fun watch. Kind of like Freddy versus Jason, or Jason versus Freddy. Or no, Freddy versus Jason, I had it. But then after that, like AVP2, I didn't see. Like Requiem, I didn't see that. And I didn't see the Adrian Brody Predator, because it didn't look good, it didn't get good reviews. I have heard in later years that it's one of those movies that's actually kind of like overlooked, kind of like Jennifer's Body, that it's a movie that people are now saying you should go back to, it's actually pretty good. And then the one that came out like a year ago, the one that's got Key from Key and Peele. And I think Shane Black was involved, but I heard it's just bad. So I never felt inclined. Like, it came and went, everyone said it was god-awful, and I was like, you know what, if I want Predator, I'm gonna go watch the original, because that movie is awesome. Let's see here. What do we got? Dark Fate decent, don't know what people think movie sucks. Tony Scott says there were only 2 Terminator movies, 1984 and T2, Judgment Day. Yeah, I'd agree. And then Predator and Predator 2018. Alright? Why is like the one moment that happens in the movie, people say the whole movie sucks? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Anyway. How long have we been in the chat, by the way? You would know. I think we've been going...
About an hour and a half.
that 90 minutes. All right, so guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow at, I want to say either 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, me and J Mark are going to do a live streaming video where we're going to watch either Run on Hulu or we're going to watch Hard Kill on Netflix. If you guys want to vote on that, you know, Hard Kill is like the terrible movie on Netflix that premieres tomorrow. Hey, look, Hard Sell for Hard Kill. But you know what? It might be a fun watch along. It does premiere tomorrow. It's on Netflix, so we kind of had the mindset of like, you know, maybe some people don't have Hulu, so maybe we'll do that. Or we do Hulu, and we watch Run, which is kind of a wonky movie. Either way, what the idea is like we're going to put the subtitles on, and we're going to basically just do like a hangout. And we're all going to start the movie at the same time. If you guys want to come along, like I said, somewhere between 7 or 8. I think we agreed on 7, but by the time we get it all set up, it'll probably be like 7:30. So let's shoot for 7:30 tomorrow. Live stream. Me, J Mark. I was talking to Dave about it. He wants to know more, so he might pop up on the channel. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that down below. Me and Cassie are on our way out the door. We're gonna do a Blu-ray video, a Blu-ray trip. I know we're definitely gonna go to Best Buy. We might make the rounds, go to Target, FYE, Walmart. I don't know. We're gonna assess it when we get out there because I know there's a lot of craziness with like Black Friday and people ramming through to get toilet paper and presents and God knows what.
Paper and presents. Which may be one and the same this year.
Yeah, that's right. They might be one and the same. Like, you know, Merry Christmas. Here's some TP. It's 2-ply. So great stream. Thanks, man. See you later, man. Had fun talking to you. Yeah, and guys, thank you for joining on the channel. Thank you so much. I want to thank J Mark for doing the channel first donation of $1.99. I don't actually know how tips work. And, you know, growing up like Irish Catholic, you know, I got way too much of that, like, I don't know. I don't have it in me to be like, hey guys, you know, got a $1? Like, I don't have it in me to ask for money outwardly. But I did download Streamlabs yesterday, and that's probably going to be more of a staple moving forward so that we can do donations, we can do votes, we can do polls, we could do Twitch, we could do all this different stuff. There's going to be some big moves for the channel coming up, especially, you know, in the next month or so. So if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do that. I got some other videos here on the channel. I have an earlier, well, it's not early now, but I got a review for Freaky, which is coming to VOD December 4th. I got some Ending Explained video for The Dark and the Wicked, as well as a review for that. I got some great side-by-side videos. Check that all out down below. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been John. You've been Bern. Thank you for the questions. We will see some of you guys tomorrow for the live stream. And yeah, we will see you next time. Of course, I can't just hit stop, so I don't know how to end this video. I gotta awkwardly lean over and push the button. Alright, bye guys.